Good. I've got to run. I've just got a lot going on, which is good.
Good.
Yes.
How's how's their house in Bridlewood? Got an offer?
Oh, it's closed. I
It's
closed
closed.
it last week.
It was,
I got 13 offers on that one.
wow.
Yeah. I need more. But no, there's just nothing on the market.
So
Anyway,
tell me, have you sold a lot in Bridlewood?
yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in this business I renewed my license, I think 10 years ago. I'm 60, so I got my license.
You don't look 60. You look wonderful.
Thank you. I got my license in college because I have a degree in finance and real estate. And so I got my license in college, worked, started having kids, raised my kids, kind of worked intermittently, and then went back into real estate 15 years ago, but I didn't renew my license. I was helping a friend of mine, and I did all of her. She basically would say, here's my contract, and I would follow up. It's called contract to close. So I would follow up with the lenders and the title companies, and I did all the back leg work. And then when my kids, they were now older, so that was so I got my license again. So I've been back at it for 10, 12 years.
Okay.
I sold a lot out of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about, first of all, I'm super glad we got to connect today.
Finally, right?
Yeah, we tried,
I know.
canceled.
Well, this business is, I almost was texting you, it's like, I've got so much to do, but I'm like, no, we need to just meet.
Give me 20.
That's good,
You
that
know,
works.
The good thing about what I'm going to show you is that for most people, it's either a total fit or it's not a fit at all.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
it's like us meeting, you'll decide if it's a
Right.
fit or not,
Right.
on the first meeting. So, what my role is, I meet with all the businesses that I want to introduce to Bridlewood.
Got it. You
Bridlewood.
live in Bradwood?
I do not live in
Oh,
Bridlewood.
funny, okay.
I do not live in Bridlewood. I am the franchisee owner for the publication.
Got it.
I just wouldn't I take it very seriously. I take a lot of responsibility for it. I don't want to introduce a negative customer, have anybody have a negative experience. So I really vet everybody.
Good.
I meet them one-on-one, and it makes me feel like I have worth.
You made decisions, right.
Very, it's really a valuable process.
Okay.
So most of my businesses that I work with, they tell me that word of mouth is the best way for them to grow their business. How about for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've been in it long enough that I would prefer not to do any cold call kind of anything, right? I prefer that my business is and for the most part, it's either my people that I know, or it's past clients referring me, or past clients, right? So like if you can look at my board, and if you see an R, it's a referral. OH is open house. PC is past clients. So that's my goal.
So word of mouth
always
is
huge. Yeah.
So, great. Well, what we do, we've been in business for 17 years.
Okay.
And we work with all the most affluent and exclusive neighborhoods throughout the country.
Okay.
Producing high quality monthly publications, and it's all about the families, the kids, the pets. It's very unique from what's out there now.
Okay.
The residents themselves will write it. I basically orchestrate putting it all together.
Right.
So businesses love to get involved in it because they know they're going to read it if they're going to write it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that the businesses they're very committed to.
Mm-hmm.
So the second way first we get your advertisement in the publication. So we brand your business and create recognition through the print. And then the second way that we work with you is we do digital remarketing. So we take your ad, we remarket it, and we push it out on Facebook and Instagram for you.
Okay.
And then the third way that we meet with you, that we market for you, is we have social events periodically.
Within the
Well, we usually
community of
it's
Bridlewood, or is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
definitely. So we usually invite about 20, maybe 25 residents and 3 or 4 business partners.
Got it.
So most of the time it's like a restaurant review or something of that
Got
sort.
it.
And so the restaurant comps the meals, the residents go and pay, if they want to have a cash bar, they have a cash bar. It's really a chance for the neighbors to communicate, and socialize with each
Right.
other, and for our businesses to have an opportunity to
Introduce themselves.
right, not just, kind of make a face-to-face and humanize themselves to them. So they're not an advertiser, they're human.
Right.
So
Right.
it's really a networking thing for them, and it's more of a social
Is it
event.
well attended?
Very well.
Is it really? Okay.
And we have them periodically. It's not, it really depends on how much activity we have going on in the neighborhood. There are other events as well.
Right.
So, but I plan on having them pretty routinely.
Yeah.
So,
Like quarterly, once a year,
yeah,
twice a year?
it's probably quarterly at the beginning, and then it may be more often, maybe it's seasonal,
Got
that
it.
there's
When
a-
did you take over the Bridalwood one, or when did you?
I just started beginning to get the magazine back to ramp up in January.
Okay.
So it's
Nice.
not in print yet. It'll go into print sometime the beginning of the summer, most likely.
So
Okay.
this will be new for Bridalwood to start receiving
It's
this?
new for Bridalwood.
Okay.
They've had it before. They loved it. I just met with one of the business owners that lives in
Oh,
Bridalwood.
nice.
And she said she can't wait for it to come back. She's really looking forward to it.
Well, that's good.
So
Yeah, that's good.
anyhow, so that's what I do.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in learning more, I'd be happy to tell you a little bit more about N2 Company, and then show you publication.
Yeah, yeah, I
If
mean,
it's a good fit for
and of
you,
course,
great.
right, financially, I don't know if it's affordable, right, but it might be, I don't know, sure, I'd love to
So
learn more.
if you're interested, we'll find a placement and a price that'll work for you.
Okay, just,
Okay?
yeah, curious.
So, yeah,
You sure you don't want anything?
I'm positive.
Okay, all right.
I'm positive. So like I said, we work
Is
with.
it easier to go to a table?
No, we're
Okay.
good. I mean, this
We can
is.
go out there if we need to.
No.
Okay.
So do you do business primarily in Flower Mound?
Yeah, I've sold everywhere. I just closed one in Cedar Hill, for goodness sake.
Well, that's a ways away.
But my client was in Flower Mound, and they're moving to be near his kids.
Okay.
So that's not, never do I try to drive an hour. But again, if I get a referral from a client that their friend wants to move to Justin, I'm going to Justin.
It was just not far.
No, but I'm just saying,
But I was thinking like
I would say
Flower
within,
Mound,
I would
South
say I
Lake
don't
area.
really go an hour out of Flower Mound. Pretty much an hour radius.
Do you sell quite a bit in South Lake?
Not, I have, but not tons.
Okay.
Not tons.
So you can see by looking at the
Yeah.
map that we're everywhere.
You're all, yeah.
There's 32 publications just in the
How many do you
Gospel.
have?
I just have Bridal.
Okay. All
But
right.
I sell into all the other publications.
Oh, you do?
So if there's one that makes better sense
No,
for
I
you
was
than
just
Bridal,
curious from your business, like,
And
oh, okay.
the other thing is, if you love Bridalwood, if Bridalwood would work for you and you would prefer to be Bridalwood, but there's another one that you
Right.
can work on bundling
Right,
something.
right.
Hello.
Hey, hey,
Hi,
hey.
how are you?
Good, I thought you were on the phone, I was just gonna say hi.
No. I'll hit you up when I come back.
Okay,
All right.
sounds good.
See ya.
So you're welcome to look at that now, you're welcome to take it back. I can send you a follow-up with a map.
Oh, yeah, this is fine. I mean,
Okay.
I live in Double Oak, so
Oh, you do?
it's one street, Kings Road, separates my neighborhood from all of Broadwood. So
Right.
this is kind of my wheelhouse, if you will.
Good. So I'm just gonna run through a few slides.
please
Tell you a little bit about N2 because I'm very proud of the company. I want to tell you why people choose to publish with us.
Okay.
N2 is our umbrella company.
Mm-hmm.
It's a networking company. That's what they do.
Okay.
It's networking. We've been in business since 2004.
Mm-hmm.
We've had positive trajectory all throughout those years, and this is from 2000. This was printed in 2021,
Okay.
so it's even
Correct.
greater. We especially have done well in times like when the economy turns down, like in 2009 and 10, and also in 2020, because businesses know that the neighborhood's not going anywhere, and they hoping that their business isn't going anywhere, and we're able to help them, continue to grow their footprint within affluent neighborhoods. So, part of what I love to recognize in here is that we're a Christian-based company, and they donate 2% of their total revenue every year toward human trafficking. And to me, that's just hit my heart when I first started looking at the company, hit my heart. So there's really three primary reasons why businesses choose to work with us. First being that, if you send out an advertisement, the one thing you want to do is make sure that it's seen by the right people. Sure. So it's not like a billboard, where you spray it and you pray that somebody's going to be able to see it, right?
They can drive by and take your number.
Right. Can they drive?
Quick.
Can they drive it right at the same time? I mean, all advertising has its own purpose. It's all good. Everything has its own. So a little bit more direct, or a little bit more narrowed down, is local media. Mm-hmm. Maybe television, radio, that type of thing. Again, it's still very expensive, very wasteful. Billboards are really, really expensive. Yeah. And then there's digital media, which is us. But the difference between us and just regular digital media is that we're targeted. We're like shooting your ad out to the people that you want to have see it. Mm-hmm. So it's really selective advertising. And your ad is getting seen because the people are reading the magazine and they're keeping it. And I'll show you why when we get into the magazine. I'll show you why they hang on to it. They don't get rid of it. They keep it. They keep it on the kitchen table, and you'll see why when we go through it. So the second reason is that they're busy. I mean, they're just like you. Like, they're affluent. Most of them are business owners. Maybe they're a stay-at-home mom, but they're busy driving their kids. Right. And they take the time to write the articles and send them. So if they take the time to write the articles and send them in,
they're going to read it.
They're going to read it, exactly. So it's not junk. It's not coming in and
right.
I don't know if you have. I was going to ask you, do you do any advertising right now?
No.
No, none.
No. Okay. Well, that isn't true. I do social media stuff rarely, but I'm ramping everything up, ish.
Okay.
I have a client that's very involved in a thing in Dallas, which he asked me to donate to, which that'll be in front of like 1,600 people, but for the most part, no, it's referrals.
Okay, Flower Mound, Bridalwood is 1,335 homes.
How many?
1,335.
Okay.
So, like I said, this also, the businesses that partner with us, they love the fact that it's giving them a sense, the neighborhood, a sense of community. And they feel part of that. They feel really indebted as well. And the third reason, obviously, is because we do digital marketing. The residents would never know that the ad is coming from us. They would know it's coming from you. It just randomly, when they're scrolling, it shows up on their ad. In that methodology is probably, it definitely is changing the beginning of June. We're going to start offering digital marketing. So it's a little bit different because instead of people having to have a Facebook or an Instagram account, if they turn their computer on, their internet address is going to, whatever, it's going to be hit much more often.
Gotcha.
Okay, and that's something that when that comes out, I'm happy to share more about it. But obviously, the building a relationship through social events is really important too. Okay. So most of our business understand that this is a relationship building opportunity, right. And so they choose to partner with us for several years. We do offer the most discounts and the 2 spotlight ads on the 36-month agreement. We do offer a 36, 24, and a 12-month agreement. With the 36-month, you get the deepest discounts.
Sure.
You get 2 spotlights, which highlights your business, whether it's you personally, homes that you've.
Right. Whatever.
And what would be great is testimonials from people who lived in Bridalwood for you. That would be fantastic because people go, even if they don't live there anymore, and you're still in touch with those people,
Yeah.
that would be ideal, because then they see that you're familiar with their area and so forth. And the reason I asked you if you were doing other marketing is because we do have ad management. For a one-time fee, if you had your own marketing department who was drafting up ads for you, you wouldn't probably be interested in this, but we wound up being one of the cheapest marketing departments, because it's like a three-legged stool. We do everything at one time. First of all, we get you in front of them print-wise, and second of all, we get you digital media, through social media, and third of all, we got the social events. But for a one-time charge of $4.99 for the whole term of your agreement, one time,
Okay.
we do all your ad management for you.
Okay.
It's with your approval, naturally, and they're yours to keep after we're done. So,
Okay.
and so what they do is they take your ad and we geomap the entire area. They take your ad and they alter it a little bit, and they tweak it, and they put it onto Facebook and Instagram often.
Okay.
Okay. So, as I said, most people choose to partner with us, and they're all relevant ads. The ads are all relevant to your business. So that's another reason
Okay.
why the membership makes sense, or the agreements make sense. So, really and truly, the benefit to a relationship with N2 is that you're going to have more word of mouth. I mean, obviously these people aren't hitting Google to find a dog walker or a title company, they're going to somebody that they know, and they're finding out from them who they're doing, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
so that's what it is. That's a little bit about N2.
Okay.
And now I'd like to show you through a publication. Just give some thought to it.
Okay.
Like, if it came to your house, would you read it?
Yeah.
I'd be interested.
And a lot of
to-
these I do, well, again, I get some. I don't get it from my particular neighborhood. It's too small.
I'm interested to know. You probably have a bunch of different.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk you through it.
Okay,
You're welcome
I just wanna
to
feel it.
look at it. So this is from Frisco, and
Mhm.
it's a little bit beat up because
Yeah,
I'm meeting with a lot of people right now.
good.
So, it always features, and so that's, in addition, that's a little bit what's different, well, it's what's very different about us than what's different about maybe the Gazette or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The front of the magazine always features a family
neighbor.
from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It may be somebody who's brand new to the neighborhood, and they want the neighbors want to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
It may be somebody who has a life event. Maybe they adopted a baby.
Yeah.
Maybe they
something-
have a kid who's now going to be a professional sports team.
Right.
I mean, it's something that
Whatever their
so the
story
neighbors
is.
are super excited to see it.
Okay. So I'm just looking at people like me. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and I'll show you. I will show you.
So this is one page.
This is the inside front
Yeah.
cover. So, and I'll talk to you about that as well. We always have like a listing of commonly used numbers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of residents hang on to this for that reason only. Some of it cut it out and put it on their refrigerator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very widely used.
Mm-hmm.
We have a sponsorship page. Obviously, if you're in the magazine with us, you'll be in the real estate.
Got it. Yeah, yeah.
So if they see your ad within the magazine, if you chose to be on an ad that moved around the magazine, they always can go back to the sponsorship page and
Got
look at
it.
it. And normally, the sponsorship page, there's a charge associated with it. We're on an inaugural pricing right now, so everything's inclusive.
Okay.
It's a one-stop shop, one price shop.
Is that each publication you're in there? Okay.
So if it was
For the term of your agreement?
correct, you're in there every single month,
Got it.
every month. So like here's a perfect example of how we connect to the neighborhood.
Oh, you're just gonna tell me.
This is Newman Village
Mm-hmm.
in Frisco. Obviously because we're not in
Right.
yet. This child lives in the neighborhood.
Got it. Yeah.
So
And that
Volkswagen,
makes sense.
so Volkswagen agreed to let a different child every month in the magazine and tell a little story.
That's awesome.
And so the kids look forward to reading to it
Yeah.
because they want to see who's in the magazine.
Yeah, that's fun.
We always have a little, I'm not gonna walk you through everything single page, but we always welcome our new partners. Here's the story about the
The story of
Gonzalez
the
family.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the Gonzalez family, they're from Guadalajara. She's opening 3 daycare centers.
Oh my.
She lives in Newman Village. She's advertising her daycares. 2 of the centers are very close to the neighborhoods.
Wow.
So she understands the power of what happens with this. So she knows that she's gonna advertise into those neighborhoods that are right outside of her. So these are just some examples of what like a half-page ad looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, see, coming soon.
Yeah, that's fun.
So the pet page, Precious Pets. Some of the residents love their pets more than their kids.
Yeah. Hey, come on in. Let me give her this check. Oh. There you go. Appreciate doing business with you. It was fun.
Thank you.
Did he calm down? Did he forgive me? He did. I forgot. All right. You too, Monica. Bye-bye.
So the Precious Pets.
Uh-huh.
Like some choose to have what they call a sponsored page. This page, for instance, this quarter page is a sponsored for this page.
Got it.
Always there. Now, this one is already taken, obviously,
Right.
by a
Pet clinic.
no, in Bridalwood, the one is
Oh, yeah.
taken. There's gonna be, and she's gonna do fantastic. She's a fantastic queen. She's gonna be a dog, in-home dog care. So if you go out of town, she
comes to your house.
She has vested, already, or
Bonded.
vetted, bonded, everything else, and she gives them an app with a little sensor thing, so it goes off every time they go in and out of the house, every time the pet leaves the house. It's the neatest thing in the
That's
world.
awesome.
So, like I said, she knows she's gonna get seen every month. So,
That's awesome.
yeah. Now here's you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the real estate resource.
Mm-hmm.
It's looked at every month. You want to know
Yeah.
what is going on in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Are your taxes going up? Are the prices going up? And so the person that chooses to have this page will do the multiple listing poll.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you
What have they
check?
done that? They've got,
This is from Newman Village.
I hear you.
But, depending on, right now, I don't think that it'll make it from month to month. You put a house there that's listed.
It won't make it.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
It won't make it.
But what you sold could be up there.
Yeah.
Recent sales, could be up there. We always publish something on social media since we are
Right.
pushing your ads about the families. 2 families never been to Disney World. They decided to go. And here's a perfect example. This gentleman this is considered a floating ad, full page floating ad. He started out with us with a quarter page in one location. Wasn't sure what it was going to be. And this is not a good methodology if you want a ton of calls. You don't want a ton of calls. You want a few calls that mean something, right?
Yeah.
And so he thought he was just going to get a bunch of nonsense calls, and he just got bombarded. So he called the publisher back and he said, I want to move my ad from a quarter page to a half page. Can I do that? She said, sure. The next thing you know, like 3 months later, he called back and he said, what other publications do you have? And he's in like 5 publications with a full page in each one. It works. It works.
Right.
They look at it. Obviously, this is,
Right.
this is pretty serious landscape, right? And just some more stuff. We always have like this magazine is a little bit, I have a photographer that will do some
I
of
was
this.
just seeing that one. Yeah.
Yep, this is the photographer for this one. But we always have like Yard of the Month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bradwood has an equestrian center. They'll probably have something equestrian of the
Yeah.
month, kid of the month, recipe of the month. There's a lot of different areas that you can sponsor, if that's the case. And then naturally, if a maid service is able to put a full page in, it's doing its business.
Yeah. Cool.
So what do you think? Would you read it?
Pretty. I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
Awesome. Does it Does it look like?
It's intriguing. It's like, it's just, again, I've been on my own now for a year. I'm starting a team, so I've got resources I've already planned this year to spend a certain amount of money, so it'll depend on, for me, it'll depend on cost,
Okay.
right?
Well, what I like to do, since you sound like you're interested to know
Yeah.
more, right? What I like to do is take you to, since it's the most popular, the 36 month that's got all the bells and whistles, that's got the 2 spotlights.
Right.
And I'm gonna quote you on that, and then
Work your way down.
we'll
If
work
need-
our way down.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the plan.
easiest way. And
That sounds
also,
plan.
if you're not familiar with like where people really view the most and how they,
Yeah,
how
I know
businesses, I mean, I'll walk through that. I don't ever want to not show you something that you might actually be interested in, but if you're not, it's not a big deal.
Got
We'll
it.
move down to the next one. So,
See, I would think this is not the most visible one.
the most visible are, actually, there's what we call it the billboard. It's a 2-page, every month, it's a 2-page.
So this gentleman's
Well, it's,
sponsoring these 2 pages?
well, no, I'm just saying this, I'm giving you the
Oh,
the
okay.
ad, the prices of what it would cost. So imagine that this was your whole page,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This whole page and the back page are the
2 prime
number
spots.
1 and 2. This is $1,450 a month to have 2 pages.
Okay.
This one is taken, but I'm still gonna tell you this is $1,250 a month.
Okay.
Okay? Next, does that come as a
Is it too much?
surprise?
No, but that, I can
Oh,
live with that.
absolutely.
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Not everybody needs that. So the next 2 are the same price, and that is because people read from the front to back or the back to front.
Right.
Did you know this? I just learned this the other day. Left-handed people start from the back of the magazine.
I start from the back.
You start from the back?
Mhm.
Are you ready?
Mhm.
Oh,
I don't know
so
why,
I
it's
always,
just
I always do this. I always go like this, and then I start from like this.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anyhow, so the inside front cover, the inside back cover are the second most popular.
Mm-hmm.
Those for the full page and the full page, they're $1,100.
Okay.
If you wanted to do a half page, you obviously cut it in half. It would be $550.
Okay.
Okay. Those sound any better?
So same to do like what this gentleman did here. Like that is a half page.
That's a half page. It's a fixed half page,
Got it.
and that is a realtor that's got that page.
Got it. Do I know him?
Her,
Her.
with a K, Schwartz, something from Abby Holiday. Schwartz. I'm not.
I don't know her. Doesn't matter.
We don't have an exclusivity.
It doesn't matter. I just don't know her.
I mean, we don't have an exclusivity, but I'm the one who sets up the appointments. And when I get to a certain level and I feel like it's giving the residents enough opportunity and
Yeah.
choices, then there's no sense in continuing. So,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we talked about that. So the next step down would be, this is considered a floating full pay. Oh, well, let me go through this. The real estate resource.
Mm-hmm.
This is $1,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Because it's set, it's fixed, it's the
So
same,
every month it's
same
published.
place every month. Yeah.
Got it.
This is $850. If it floats throughout the magazine, one day it's on page
Okay.
9, one day it's on page 3, it's $850. So
And this is how much?
$1,000.
Okay.
So it is more expensive, but it's like this. You know they're looking at this every month. That's
That's fixed,
okay.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Those feel any more comfortable?
I'm just listening. I'm just
Okay.
taking it all in.
So
And I'm a tad bit preoccupied because I have to go to an appointment here
That's fine.
soon. So
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get-
want to.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
not trying to be rude, but I'm just.
I'm gonna
And
get-
I'm a processor, so.
That's fine. I'll get you out of here. I want to try and, so a half page, that floats, that
Right.
is fixed through the magazine, like the Mercedes. This is $600 a month.
Because it's fixed and it's
It's
not
fixed.
floating.
It's
Okay,
not
I hear you.
If this floats around the page, it's
Mhm.
650 is 600. I'm sorry, 550.
Okay, 550,
550.
okay,
Okay.
yeah,
So 650, 550.
okay.
Okay? If you went for the next step down, which are those feeling any more comfortable?
Yeah, I'm just, yeah.
Okay. You're quiet. So
Well, again,
a
I'm a processor, right? So I'm not trying to like hide anything. I'm just,
Right.
I know I can't
I
do
just like to-
1,200.
I like to find see where people's comfort
I
level
get
is.
it. I get it.
If you went to a third page, and I like the third page, to be honest with you, because, putting the magazine together is like a puzzle for them, and a lot of times, like, if you only have a couple of people here, you actually get your own, well, you have a third, but you actually get the page to yourself, no other advertisements on the page. So I like the third. The third page is $450.
Okay.
And the quarter page, if it's a quarter page that's fixed, it's also $450,
Okay.
like this. If it's a quarter page that moves around,
Rotates.
it's $350.
Okay. Okay.
Any of those fall
Well, now
comfortable?
I may, if I decide I'm gonna do it, I may be like the Geico man, right? Let's try here. Oh, if I get something out of it, because the truth is one deal can pay for the whole month or 2 or 3, you know what I mean?
One deal can pay for the whole thing.
Right, I mean, it
Right.
can.
Right. Right. That's kind of how a lot of businesses look at it and go, what's the value of one customer in that
But I'm
neighborhood?
also not naive, I'm not naive enough to think that you have to have continuity. You can't just throw it out there one time. It's got to be
No.
over the course of, it's a long
relationship.
game. It's a long game.
It's a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
So, is there any,
You wanna email me
I'd like
pricing
to see you get your footprint in there. Well, today, there's no money involved.
No, I know that,
Just-
but
okay.
can you
I
send me
need to
that
have an appointment.
breakdown of
Absolutely.
what you just went over?
Absolutely.
Right, and I get
I'd be
the
happy
fixed versus the floating, so you don't have to re-explain that to me.
Okay,
I get
so then I'll
that.
just put a slash by
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
So you'll know-
honestly, the perfect one would be the real estate one. I just don't know that I'm ready to invest $1,000 a month yet. Not there yet. I just hired an assistant on Monday. There's just some costs, so I've just gotta
So-
process.
You
So be
process-
patient with me.
I can be patient. I mean, this is
Yeah.
it's not a,
When's your first publication going out?
most likely it's gonna go out beginning of the summer.
How exciting for you.
I wanna get your place in there
I know.
and get your
Yeah.
footsteps
How many
in.
agents do you think you'll end up with?
Probably 3, maybe 4.
Do you have 2 secured or just the one?
I have one. I saw another one she wants to get in,
Mhm.
but she hasn't made a decision because there's some, she's possibly gonna retire in a few years, so she said, I wanna talk to my husband and see if this makes sense for me to get in for a couple of years, and what am I gonna do with all those people, and have to just hand it off, so I
Yeah.
said, I understand.
Yeah.
So, you have a meeting?
I do.
Okay, let me get out of your
I
hair.
actually go show a house in Broadwood, so.
You're going to show a house in Broadwood? You have another listing out there?
No, it's not my listing. I said Broadwood, didn't I? I think it's Wellington.
I was gonna
I
say,
just have to go show a buyer.
okay, so would you like to set a time to reconnect?
Yeah, why don't sometime, give me through next week, maybe a week,
Okay,
maybe a week.
so I'll send you,
Just call me for sure and then, or send me an invite. Let me just look at my calendar and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the week not next week, but the week
no,
after?
the following week.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, I'll send you,
perfect.
I'll
So
send you.
nice to
what's
meet
up?
you.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet you too.
hollering at me. I appreciate it.
Oh,
And,
thank you.
my apologies for being a little bit loosey-goosey here. It's been
Listen,
one of those days. I almost called you to go, let's, and then I thought, no, that's really not fair. We've been doing this for a few weeks, so.
well, I appreciate it. Okay, I will be in touch, I'll send you the follow-up, and then I'll shoot you a couple times that'll work for the week after.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
Thank you,
Enjoy your
Jill.
weekend. Thank
Have a great
you.
day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.